Alright, in this video we are going to see how to modify the text of a price. So let's say this is the price and we want to modify the text based on the festival. So the upcoming festival is Black Friday and I want to show the Black Friday sale. For Black Friday sale the price starting from 300 rupees and I want to modify this text based on the festival. Now it's Black Friday. What if now the upcoming event is again Christmas? So let's make this Christmas, and here you can see we have added a HTML input field on the tab called linked product. So if you click on linked product, you will find the input field. Now if I refresh the product front end, you will see now the Christmas sale, the price starts at 300 rupees. This is the task that we are going to do today. This is one of my client requirement that I had to make. So he wanted in such a way that based on the festival he want the data to display for a particular product. So let's suppose this is the t-shirt. I want to display only on t-shirt the Christmas sale, not on all other products. So that's the reason we have made a custom field on the linked product, and whatever text you write here, that would get displayed over here. Now the task that we are going to do today is we are not just going to use the filter, we are going to use the template overriding method. So that's a little advanced method that we're going to see, and it's the safest method too, which Woocommerce also recommends. Now what are the things? Now we are going to see how to render HTML, as we already know how to place our HTML in this tab. Previously we were using simple product, now we are using variable product. Now you see I am in a tab called link product. Once I click on it, you will have this HTML. This HTML we'll see how to render with WordPress function. That's the first step. The second step, we'll see how to save this function. So when I click on update, rendering HTML is another part, saving the rendered HTML is another part. So that's step number 2. We'll see how to save the created HTML, and the third step is, since our data is stored in a table, we want to retrieve that, and we want to retrieve and display the text from the database with the help of template. So this is episode number 5. In the previous episodes, what we have done is we have used the overriding file on the template folder. So we have to get into the WP content, we have to get into themes, our Astra theme, and here we have created Woocommerce folder, and whatever file that we want to override, we had to use it in this particular folder. Now from this particular video, what we are going to do is we will use the file that we are going to override from Woocommerce into our plugin folder. I'm getting into my plugin folder, and this is the plugin we have created, and inside that you will see templates, Woocommerce, and then your single product and the price.php. And you see the price.php that I have modified. That's the reason why you could see this Christmas sale on this particular page. So this is the recommended way. There are 3 steps. There are three alternative ways. The first one is override the price.php in Woocommerce plugin folder itself. You will find the Woocommerce plugin folder. You need to get into templates. You need to get into gain template, or you will find it in single product, the price.php. You can directly edit this file from Woocommerce, which is not recommended at all. That's the first step. The second step is, which we usually do, create a Woocommerce folder into our theme and start overriding it. Again, this is not recommended unless you are creating a child theme. And the third and most recommended way is, when you create a plugin, override the Woocommerce core file into that plugin itself. So that's the way that we are going to do. I have created a template inside Woocommerce, and here we are single, and that's the price file which we have already seen on the Woocommerce core file, which was inside single product. See, we have followed same structure, Woocommerce, and there was one template, and then we have single product. We have missed the template. You'll see Woocommerce single product, and inside we have price.php. This is our current directory. Let me show the Woocommerce way. you will find templates, and then you will find single product, and then you will find price.php. These two files are same. The file which we are going to use in our current WooCommerce plugin folder will be different, because we have overridden it based on the condition. The condition also is, usually in variable product you will see two prices, 300 to the maximum price that it has. But in this particular video, or in this particular task which the client expected, is he wanted to show only the minimum price. So if I choose black, the black price is 300, which is the minimum. If I choose white, the white price is maximum, which is 455. He just wanted the minimum price to show up. So that's the reason we have modified the core file and made sure that only the minimum price shows up. Usually the PHP way of displaying is 300-455. This is how it would display, but we have modified it. Now without wasting time, let's get into the code. The first and foremost thing, let me just deactivate the old plugin so it doesn't get conflict with the current one. We'll create a new file, and let me create a new folder, and we'll call it as Woo-text, or let's keep it simple, because already Woo price is there. And inside Woo-text we need to create a new PHP file, and this PHP file should have the same name as the folder name. So Woo-text, it's recommended but not compulsory. Now we need to give information about our plugin with the help of PHP comments. Let's do that. And this is the plugin name, this is the description, this is the version number, and this is the author. Now you'll see your Woo-text plugin will get displayed on this particular page. So now if I activate, so as of now the linked product, in the tab linked product, the data would not be there. So when I activate, so let's just keep activate. When I activate, kept it activated, I want the, now once it's activated, it doesn't do anything unless we write some lines of code over here. So now what we need to add our input field on this particular tab. So when this tab is called, WordPress calls a hook, and we need to call that hook and attach a function. Let's do that. To attach a function on the link tab, we have a hook called Woocommerce product option related, and this, once this hook is called, this function should get triggered, and in this function I want a input field. So WordPress gives you a function for the input field. So this is Woocommerce WP underscore text input. So over here we can mention whether we need the text in text, or whether we need number, or whether we need date, or whether we need colors. So these are input type. By default the input type is text, so that's why it's not mentioned. Now this is really important. This will act as a name attribute. Since we are giving the in this particular field, the name and the ID are going to be same. So if you give ID, it would be name as well. So this is the label you'll see over here, and this is description table if you need, and if there is a description you'll see this is the description table, and this is a placeholder. So now if I save it and make a refresh, since our plugin is already active, you will find the input field on the linked tab. So this is how we render. So render is different from saving. So as the data got already saved, that's why it's Christmas sale. Usually it would be placeholder starting at what you see here. Now we have rendered the HTML. Now it's time to display the now it's time to store the input field value. Now to store the input field value, if we need to consider on update, there is a hook that would get called. Let's understand that hook. So this is a hook, WooCommerce admin price product object. This hook would get called on this, and I want this function to get triggered. When WooCommerce calls this hook, I want to attach this function to it. So once this function is attached, what happens is we know in PHP, once we click on submit, all the form field value can be retrieved with the name attribute from the PHP super global variable post. So we have retrieved the input field name variable, and we are checking if there is a value. If there is any value, then what we are going to do is we are going to store the value into the database with the help of key and value pair. So this is the value which you write on the input field, and the key is this one. We are mentioning this as a key, and we are mentioning this as a value. So key value pair would get stored into the database. Now when retrieving data, we would be using this key. So this key we would be using when retrieving. So that we will retrieve in the price.php page. So that's the second step. Now we want to create a new we want to override a PHP core file. So the structure would be like templates. Inside templates, I'm going to create another folder called Woocommerce, and inside Woocommerce I'm going to create single product, and inside single product there would be a new file called price.php. Now we need to show WordPress the way the file that we have modified is in this particular place. Since I have showed you where I have saved, but WordPress doesn't know where it is saved, so we need to show where the folder is saved. So there we have a hook. So we are saying it to the Woocommerce, locate Woocommerce locate template, and by default it asks three it requires three argument: template, template name, template path. We don't have to worry about template path. Template path is actually a Woocommerce file location itself. Woocommerce will take care of it. These are the only two things that we need to focus on. So now if you see in this particular argument, the template is actually the full final path, and the template name is the relative path. Since I have shown you where the price.php is located, so that's the relative path, and the template the final one is, we don't have to worry about it, it's usually the Woocommerce. So the thing that we have to focus on is only on the template name. So template name, when there is a call for price.php, Woocommerce will simply go and look this location. And I'm saying if Woocommerce is going to look for this location, then in that case show my template, show my page. That's what it does. This is my plugin location, and this is the structure that I have created right now in this video in front of you. And we just have to add the price.php, and I hope this is clear. This is the way that we are showing to the Woocommerce that we have a custom page. When Woocommerce search for this location, what you do is show my file instead. That's what I'm saying. So now let's override the price.php. Now let me get into the Woocommerce main core plugin, and inside templates, inside single product, and inside price.php, I'm copying it and getting into my folder Woo text and template Woocommerce single product and paste it. Now let me just open this. This is the Woocommerce core file, and I don't want this line of code. Instead, I just want you to notice get price.html is the function which is responsible for showing the price. That's the only thing. This is for the single product. That's the only thing you have to notice. You don't have to worry about it, any other code. Now we just need to retrieve the data that we have stored on the database. How are we going to do it? Now we are retrieving the data. You see, this is the key, and we have got it. If the key is empty, then have a default value starting text. We don't have to worry about this since we have a data. And if we are giving a condition, there are two conditions. If there is a variable product, and if there is a single product. For variable product, the price will differ like 300 to 455. That's where the condition we have written. Get only the minimum value 300 rupees, and append it with our text. So this is our text from the input field, and this is the price, and the price is actually only the minimum price, not the maximum price. And this is for the variable product, and this is for the single product. Single product, as I've shown you, get price HTML, and that's enough to make our plugin work. So if I make a refresh and the next, so we can see in the linked product the next sale is Jan 26 sale, Independence Day from of India. My bad, it's from India, I'm sorry for that. And over here you'll find Jan 26th sale and click on update. You will find the text to get changed to Jan 26th sale. Let's wait till it gets saved, and if I refresh, there is no text. The reason is we have not saved this to text, not PHP. Jan 26 sale starting at 300 rupees. I hope the scope of this video is done. Thank you so much for listening.